Yes. Okay. Now we'll discuss about this display value function, guys. Okay. So I have taken the two arrays, array one and array two. So if you can see, in array one, we have the number integers, guys, and in array two, we have the list of list of text values we are having. So now we had the requirement. What was the requirement here? Uh, so here in the array one. So whenever if I return uh, positions for this any one of the value, I should need to replace that position with the replacement array. So now when I found the index 23 index, I have 23 index, uh, I got identified. So for the 23 index uh, position value, I want to replace with the second array, whatever the array which I am want to replace. In that array, that index value I want to print. So now we will do this by applying where contains first. Then I will go to explain the display value function. So I want to start with 23 value. If it is present in the array, local bank array 1. So now it will return the position of the 23 in the array 1. So what will be the position of the 23 in array 1? It is 3, right? So now for this third index value, I want to print the text value of that array 2. So now when I use local bank array 2 here, comma position, which is I am getting through the where contains, and then I applied the index here. So now I will get the what value I have received now. I will get the 23 output I have received, right? So now that index value, I'm going to find that index position value in array 2. So whatever the input value 23 I received, so I found that index in the local bank array 1, and then that value, positioned value, I want to print that positioned value in some other array called array 2. That position value is 23, right? So now I got the received the 23. So clear now, guys. Now what I have done here, then only I can able to explain the display value. Now you got it, right? Why I have used the where contains and this index function. Manzur?
Yes, I understood.
Yes. So we have passed the 23 to the array 1 and found that index. That index value I am checking in the array 2 to print that value 23. So we have used the index function here where contains. So instead of using two functions, we have the display value function, guys. In the display value, when you pass 23 here value, we need to check that value in the local bank array 1. So if it is found in the array 1, so it will have their index with that. So now I want to replace that third index value with the array 2. So if it is not found, then default value I will print the null value. See, now when I execute this display value, it will return the same output which I have received through the index and where contains. See, 23 only it is returned. So if I got changed with the input value 14, so what will it do? It will print me the 14 text value here. The same scenario, the same function, the same output we have achieved through the display value as well. So whatever the input value we are taking from the user, that value we are checking in the integer array 1, and then we are replacing that value with the array 2. If it is not there, we will print the default value. So anyway, in the index function as well, here default value is there, right? So now I will pass which is the value which is not existing in the array 1, then the default value empty will print here. See, empty it is got printed, right? So now I will tell you the now we have discussed the happy path, right? So now I will explain you the uh, drawback of this function. See, we have the 10 here and we have the 11 also here. So now I will pass both the values as a array of values. So now we will test this out. Whenever we are passing two values to the this function as a input values in the display value. So it returns me only 10. It is not returning me the 11th value, right? It is not returning me the 11th value. So it is returning only 10 only. So what you can observe here, it won't work for multiple values. So, at a time, we can't able to achieve this. So in our index and where contains, when I use instead of 23, when I pass another value called 10 here, so now you see it will print both 10 and 23 as well. See, here you can see 10 and 23, both the values got printed, right? So that is why I will ask you to look for where contains. So where contains, by using the where contains, we can develop the entire application, guys. See, so it will work for the array of values as well. So in the display value, it will work for only single value. So if you had a scenario, it won't come multiple values. At that time, you can use the display value to uh, for the single values. So externalize. So we'll discuss Boolean value. We will discuss, guys, why we will use this Boolean to convert into a two Boolean. Where we are using the two Boolean function to convert the value into the Boolean type, guys. So 0 indicates the false and 1 indicates the true. In other terms, see, it returns false, right? So when I apply 1 here, it will returns true here. See, this is how we will convert the number integer values into Boolean type. So now we'll go to the next used function. So toDate. So using this toDate function, what will it do? It will convert to the date, guys. Whatever the value we have provided, right? For the 0, this is the value we can receive. And toDate and time. So we have a date function, guys. Okay, we have a date function. So using this date function, we can construct the date. You know, we can construct the date by passing the year. Year I want to pass 2025, comma, and month I want to pass October month, and the day I will pass 13. So now it will print me the date type. See, now it will print the date with the MMDDYYY format. Date structure got printed here. So now using this date, if you want to convert this date to the date and time, so we will use the date and time function to convert this date into the time, date with the time as well. See now, when we use the date and time, it is got converted to the time as well, date with the time. So that is what they want to explain here. So two decimal is using to convert the, see, here list string of 3.6 got converted to the 3.6, right? So same like that. So if you apply to document, this function is very, 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 very important, guys. Basically, we will use the to document function to convert document ID into the document type. Document ID in the sense, document ID is, what does it mean? Document ID, ID in the sense number integer only, right? So if I pass to document of 1231, so it will convert into the ID not found, but it returns the type as a document, right? So if we pass existing document ID which we have created in the earlier, right, that document ID we will pass, it will convert into that. See, tiger image document I have created. So for this tiger image document, I will have the document ID. So now when I pass this ID number integer to the to document function, so it returns me the document type of document name. See, tiger image web image dot extension as well, and it will print with the type as well, document type. So this is how we will use the to document function to convert the document type. So if you want to convert the text value into email address, you can use this. To email recipient, you can use this. Convert the text value into recipient type. And to integer we have discussed. And very important functions we need to discuss now, which is toString and toUniformString, guys. ToString, which is used to convert a value to the text. ToUniformString is which is used to convert a list or a convert a value or a list to the text. For single value, we will use the toString. For multiple values, we will use the toUniformString. We'll quickly go to our toString. In interview also they will ask difference between toString and toUniformString, guys. For single value, we will use toString. For multiple values need to be convert. Multiple values. Multiple values convert into array of string values. Convert into string value. For this is a singular, this is a plural. Like that we can able to uh, remember. Okay. Now what I have the array one, guys, right? I have the I have the array. I have the array. Control Z to string. I will have the array. So now I will pass local bank array of two string. So now when I execute this, let me show you the output here. See, it is got encoded with the single string. See, started with the single quote, ended with the double quotes here. Sorry, started with the double quotes and ended with the double quotes. Entire array of values got converted to the single value. So the same array input I am passing to the two uniform string. So now when I pass same array as an input to the two uniform string, so now you can see the list it returns for every value got converted to the text. Number integer value got converted to the type of text here. So that is why we will use the two uniform string function to convert the list of array of values into the list of text values. So we will use this two uniform string, guys. This is the key highlights for this conversion function. And then going to the topics. Date and time functions, guys. Very important functions called date and time functions. So here, yeah, so date and time functions. So these functions we will use as a record custom fields. So I will explain this, no need to worry. Uh, yeah, we discussed it, right? Date function. Date function which we use it to convert the values date format. So if you want to construct the same thing including time as well, see here, year, month, date, and then they have provided the hour, minute, seconds as well. So using all these, you can convert to the date time. Your values will get changed to the date time. So date value. So now converts a value to the date format. So we have to date function as well. So let's check this out, guys. So now initially we will use the to date conversion function. To date conversion function, I will pass 10. So now for the 10 value, what will you do? For 10 value, it returns the some date here, right? So now we will use the date value function for the 10 as well, same. Now I execute it. So initially 1 comma 11 comma 20 35. See the same output we can able to see by converting them or also by using the date value as well. It is got converted to the same output. So now we'll go back to here. So we had an example here, to date of what they have given here. They have given, so it is getting converted to the list of values as well. That is one good thing we can hear. So it will accepting the array. So now they have passed the date with the string format. So now it is got converted to the date and time zone. Now I will use the date value. So now when I test this out, the same output we can able to see here. So both the functions will work as the same by converting the values into the date format. So day. So when you have the date with you, so I have the date with me. So I want to know the day in that date. So I can use the day function here. I can use the day function to identify the day in that date. Day we have 22nd, right? So now it will print the 22nd as an output here. See, that is how we will use. So if you want to print month, you can use month function to print the month from the existing date. So now it will print 1 as an output. See, this is how the output got printed. So now we have year. If you want to print year from the date, you can use year of date. So it will print the date from the, sorry, year from the date. Yeah, 2014. So this is how we will print the year, day, month from the existing date. So day of the year. Oh, so if you want to know the day of the year, that means, uh, right, what the day count from 365 days, day number within the year. So now 13th, October 13th is the sense. How many days could completed? I guess it's executing loading. It's taking too much of time. It doesn't return the exacted output. Okay, guys, this is October month only. Sorry, this is January 1st only. So January month, right? January month will be the uh, 22nd date, also 22 days got completed of the year. See, when I provided October month, so the day 22nd, at that time, the days of the year, the days in a year is 295. So that is how we can able to print the days in a year. Days 360. Convert the number of days between two dates based on 360 days calendar. Today, today plus 360. So now it is got printed the number of days between two dates. So if you provided two dates, it will print the number of dates, difference between the two dates. Okay. And the day of the year, days in a month. So if you want to know how many days in a October month, you need to provide the month name and the year. Then it will print the how many days will be executed. So how many days are there in a single that month. E date. So E date in the sense return the date, that is the number of months before or after the given starting date. That means, see here, he has provided one date. So he want to reduce minus 6 months and print that before 6 months date. So in 2011 itself, he has given the December. So now it is printed the June month 30th date before 6 months date. So that is how we will print the before 6 months date, or else after 6 months dates if you want to print, instead of minus 6 you need to pass plus 6. So EO month. So return the date of the last day of the month. So if you provide the date and the month, so it will print the last day after that. How many months are we have provided, right? After that months, it will print the last date of that month. So if you want to convert into the GMT, if you want to print the hour of the time, you can use this hour function. So like that day, year, month, we have earlier executed like same like that. We will use the hour function to print the hours. So intervals. So convert the given time components into an equivalent time duration. So why we will use this in the sense. So intervals is to convert the hours, minutes, and second into our required time zone. So we'll discuss this in our real time, no need to worry. So if you want to check for the these leap year or not, so you can check by using this function. So last n days, return the boolean whether the given date within the last given number of days is true or false, it will return. So based on the value which we are providing to the date, that whether the given date is within the last number of days. In the sense, so you have provided 6 days, that date is in the last 6 days or not. So like that, it will check and return boolean true or false. So converting to the locally, we can use this milliseconds and the minutes and the month we discussed now. So this is very, very important, guys. So, as earlier I have shown you, know, based on the logged in user function, we can get the logged in user details who have logged in currently into the application. Those details we can able to capture by using the logged in user function. So same like that, if you want to capture the current time zone, so we can use the now function here. So using the now, we can capture the current date and time of this environment. See, now it is got printed the today's date and time, exact date and time now. So that is why we will use the now function to return the current date and time as a serial number. Seconds, if you want to convert the time, you want to convert into time, you can convert time value. Same like date value, it will convert the time into time value. Time zone, if you want to print time zone ID. Today is also dynamic function, guys. Dynamic function in the sense, whenever you apply to a date, so it will print today's date only. So it is not stick with the any particular date. If you logged in tomorrow and executed the today's date, it will return tomorrow's date only. So today I have logged in and I executed the today function, right? So it will print me the today's date. So that is how the today function will do. It returns the current today date,
What's the
weekday.
difference between now and today?
Yeah, nice question. So in the now, you can see the output is got printed with the date and time. In today, it is got printed with only date. See here, along with the date, it is got printed with the time and the time zone. In today's function, it returns only the date, not with the time. Based on scenario, so if you want today's date, you can go with the today's. If you want today's with the date and time, today date with along with the time, you can use the no function.
Got it.
Yeah. So now going to the weekday. So return the day of the week specified. So here they have provided the day, weekday. So date they have provided, right? Weekday. Yes, weekday in the sense, the day number, you know, today date number it will return. See, today is 2. In the sense, in the week, this is the second day. Starts with Sunday and then Monday, right? So Monday is the day 2 in a week. If you want to change the return type, so 1 correlates with 1 to 7 with Sunday to Saturday. Sunday to Saturday. This is the default. If you want to pass correlate to, then it will start with 1 to 7 with Monday to Sunday. So Monday will be the first if you pass return type as a 2. So that is why that is also you can able to change your output type. This we are not going to use anywhere, but you have to aware of it, right? So that's why I'm saying this. So return the week number, same like the weekday. You want to print the week number of the given year date, so you can print the week number as well. So work day, it will check for the given, return the dates that given the number of work days before and after the given date. So if you using the workday function, what we will do is they have given one date, okay? In that given date, minus 6 days you want to do now. So what will it do? It will minus the 6 days and it will print the date. But minusing 6 days, excluding the weekends. See, uh, if I want to minus, if I want to minus today, so what will it do? Minus 6 days in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This date it will return as a per our assumption, but it will not return this date because it will exclude this weekends 11 comma 12 and it will print 1 2 3 4 5 and also these 2 days you will remove now 1 2 3 4 5 and again this is Saturday Sunday, it will return 3 guys. The date will return 3 because workday function will return only the working days excluding the weekends. If you want to know the working day before 6 days of the current date, it will print only current date minus 6 working days. Yeah, if you want to know year, you can use this year function. Yeah, this is how we will use the date and time functions, guys. Uh, Now we'll go to the next category functions called informational functions. Informational functions. Yeah, informational function. Information, the name in the sense, it will give the information about this type. Okay, automation type ID. So if you want to know the automation type ID in the sense, so for the RPA automation, RPA is one of the automation guys. So if you want to know what are the automation types you have, so we can go through the documentation as well. So guys, I'm going with little bit speed, I know. So we have to cover a lot many functions. So whatever the important functions we will use in real time. So I will give the examples, based examples with the expression editor. So normal small functions we don't need to practice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So automation types. These are the automation types, guys. If you want to know that automation type ID, we can use this function called abang automation type ID function. So in this automation type ID function, when we pass none or RPA, AI, integration, other we will pass na, it will return these IDs. Okay. If you want to know automation type name as well, we need to pass this identifier and we need to get the name as well. So I will show you. See automation type. So whenever he pass automation ID to the automation type, it will return the name of the automation type ID. Default value. So this function we will mostly use guys frequently we will use in the real time. So we will see the default value function. So default value function, what will it do? If you pass the value to this function, so if I pass 1 comma default value as no value found, like that I will want to pass the message. See, for the two parameters, for the value parameter I have passed 1 and the default value I will pass as a no value found. So the value is a not null, right? So what will it do? It will print 1 only. See, the output is 1 only. So if you pass instead of 1, we have received null value from the user, then the default value which we have given the default parameter will get print, guys. In the default parameter value will get printed. See, no value got founded here. So that is how we will use the default function to print the default value of the checking the user input. Yeah, see, this is very most frequently used functions is null or empty and not null or empty. So null or empty. null or empty. So I will take a difference between them and then we'll go for the theoretical to practical. Yeah, null or empty. Null or empty. Null or empty in the sense check whether the array contains null values and empty values. Empty value in the sense encoded with double quotes and the single quotes. So if it is true, then it will return true, guys. Okay. If both the values are having null or empty, then return true. So same, we had one more function called not null or empty. Okay. Not null or empty in the sense it will check whether the array contains not nulls or empty values. So we'll discuss about the null or empty and then we'll apply for not null or empty. Okay. So now I will take the one array called including null values and the empty values. So now I will apply the null or empty check here. So null or empty check we are applying here. So it will return true because it is containing the null values and empty values. See, that's why it returns true. So including null or empty, if I pass not null or empty as well, so what will it do? It will return true only because the array contains a null value, right? See, you got my point, right? So if any one of the having value in the array having null or empty, so it returns true only. So if you want to check, sorry, not null or empty, this one. Yeah. Okay. We'll start with null or empty. False. So null or empty false because in the array contain any one of the value. So instead of going with array, we'll start with single values. Okay. Is null or empty. So in the function, I have provided the null value. So when I pass null value, it returns true because we have provided a null value to the function called null or empty. So it returns true, right? So if I pass empty here and take this out, yeah, empty also it returns true here. So instead of null or empty, if I pass no, if I pass existing value, string value or number integer value, any of the value we can allow to pass. I pass like this, so it will check for this value is null or empty, not null or empty. Yeah, null or empty, it returns false because we are provided a other than null value or empty value. So that's why it returns false. So null or empty, we will pass now. This function will return true, not null or empty. Yeah, not null or empty in the sense, not null values. Not null values we are passing now. At that time, it will return true, guys. That means, so for null or empty, if we pass the value, it returns false. So the same value, if I pass not null or empty, it will return me the true because it is a not null value, right? Not a null value or an empty value. So it returns true for me. So if I pass empty here, it returns false for me. In before function, it returns true. Now this function, it returns false. So we are checking the conditions, guys, here. Okay. Yeah, false output it is returned. So here we are checking the values, whether the value is a null or not null value by using these two functions. Based on that, the Boolean output we will receive. That is the me more major difference. And keys. If you want to print only the keys from the map, you can use the keys function. See here in the keys, in the keys function, they have provided the map here. So in the map, we have the key value 1 and key B value 2, right? So if you want to print only keys from this map, you can use the keys function. So it will print only the keys of the map. See, only A and B got printed, right? So now we have the local bank map already we have created, right? So that local bank map I will pass as an input for the A bank keys here. So received list here. So instead of list in the sense we have provided two array of two values, right? So that's why it is not accepting. So now I will use the index function to pass only the first index value. So index of, see here, for avoiding this error, I am using the index function. So before that I have used the where contains as well. So now when we use the index function, we are indexing only the first map and then we are passing to the keys function. Now it works as expected. See, for the first map, key is name. So that key got printed by using the keys function. And then list type we discussed. So the type number we will pass now. The type number when it returns as a list, that list type number it will return.